Good morning, everybody. My name is Shannon. This is Cosmic Goddess Healing. Welcome in to my beautiful divine feminines, my divine masculines, my star seeds, my soul tribe. Welcome in to anybody who feels guided to watch my videos. If you're new to my channel, basically I do readings mostly on personal empowerment, stepping into your purpose, balancing out of divine feminine and masculine energies. My readings are more about you, the self. Sometimes a love reading will slide in there, but I really try to stay away from love readings. I only do them if spirit is laying those cards on the table. Otherwise, I don't have any interest in dabbling in love readings. I do think they can be dangerous. I do. I just stay away from them. You know, love to the ones who do the love readings. I've seen a lot of successful love readers out there. It's just not my forte. I want to help empower people. I want to help people find their purpose, tap into who they are, and help them remember who they are at a soul level. So I feel like that's what my readings are, and that's what my readings give. I was at my mom's yesterday and we were going through all of our old photo albums, and I just love doing that sometimes. Nobody prints photos anymore, it feels like. So like going and looking through all of my childhood photos, and it was really fun. I needed it yesterday. I very much enjoyed it, but she gifted me a couple of decks. So I'm gonna use those decks today. The first one is Messages from Your Animal Spirit Guides. So I've already done a pre-shuffle. I haven't looked at the cards yet. And then the other deck is the Spirit Oracle, which I've never seen this deck before. I don't know what the message is, so let's get into it. I'm going to start with the Messages from Your Spirit Animal, and then we'll move over into the Spirit Oracle deck, and then I might follow it up with one of the tarot decks, one of the proper tarot decks. So the first card out is Tiger. You're being called upon to provide leadership, so trust that you're capable of doing so. Tiger, maybe some of you can relate to a tiger. Maybe tiger is your spirit animal, or you have tigers around your home, or tiger prints, but being called to leadership. The next card out is Humpback Whale. Music is essential to your healing and well-being, whether singing, playing an instrument, or listening. Maybe whales are significant to you, or whale song. They send out that sonar signal. I don't know why. Somehow that's important in this reading for somebody. But maybe you listen to YouTube meditation music where you can hear the song of the whale. Maybe this is like you connect with that and you listen to these types of meditation songs on YouTube or whatever platform you listen on. But I can hear it. It's like I can hear the song of the whale in my head right now, and I feel it's important to say. So the next card out is Gorilla. Take the time to listen compassionately to those you love, especially your family members. Gorilla. It's so funny. I'm actually going to be going to Uganda in the beginning of March for 2 weeks. I am a tour leader. I work for my family's company. My aunt owns a women's travel network. It's fully guided, beautiful tours for women only that are widowed or their husbands don't enjoy traveling, and they can meet a beautiful group of women. And we're going to be doing trekking in the rainforest with the chimpanzees and the gorillas. So I am beyond excited. I feel like it's going to be my Jane Goodall moment. So I will be bringing my filming stuff with me, and I will be filming while I am in Uganda. And I'll be posting on this channel. So weird. The next card out is chimpanzee. This is so weird. I didn't even look at this. Use both your intuition and your intellect to solve the problem or get answers to your questions. Wow. This is feeling very purposeful already. Like a lot of this energy is you stepping into your power. you really listening to intuition rather than listening to what's going on around you, or looking at the evidence around you. You're no longer doing that. I feel like you're really learning to go within and listen to the guidance of intuition, what feels right, what feels wrong, and you're learning to move forward into your life by using that inner guidance system. I do feel like, yes, somehow music is really important in this reading. And I just heard, tell them to be careful what they listen to. You know, I hate to say this, but I've learned this on YouTube. There is a lot of musical artists out there that are attached to really dark stuff. You know, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Usher. There's a lot of artists out there that are not attached to good shit. They are attached to dark, dark beings. And I almost feel like listening to their music is doing something subconsciously. I don't listen to any of those artists anymore. And it sucks because I used to love their music. But ever since learning this information, and you can go find it, there's a channel called Unseen Horrors. It talks about all of this, about P. Diddy being attached to this darkness, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Usher. A lot of big artists in Hollywood are connected to this same dark energy, and that's how they built their fame. So I'm being told to tell you to be careful what you listen to. Be mindful of the music that you're listening to, because as you're growing right now, you're more susceptible to taking on some of these energies as you're kind of stepping into your power. You're almost like a beacon in a way. Like I say, the more I rise into my power and into my light, I'm a beacon, I'm a lighthouse, but I'm not just a lighthouse for good. I become a lighthouse for all energy. So for some reason, I'm being told to just really hone in on, be careful the music you're listening to and the messages that that music is portraying. I think it's amazing. I think, you know, the connectedness of the whale song, that's important to you on your journey. For some of you, maybe not all of you watching. And I think you're being asked to just trust the universe and the next steps that are being given to you to take. All right, I'm gonna get into the next set of cards just to kind of see if what I'm feeling is the correct direction of where we need to be going. So the first card out is Christos, and it says, you are eternally loved and held within the palm of creation. Feel my presence beside you, my dear friend, for I am always with you. You are always in my heart. And that's the imagery of the card. It's very, very beautiful. And the next card out, oh wow, is healing. Healing. Positive transformation is occurring on a soul level. The answer to your question is yes. Healing. The sun's beautiful energy, healing energy. This card I can't show because there is nudity on this card, but it is sexuality. An influx of sexual energy is coming your way. Embrace both masculine and feminine aspects of the self, creates wholeness. It is safe for you to express your sexuality in whatever way you choose, provided you do it lovingly. Again, I'll show it quickly, but I gotta take it down. And then the last card out is Divine Will. Your life is unfolding in accordance with the divine will of your soul. Trust, let go of fear and apprehension. You are protected and eternally blessed. Have patience. All manifests in perfect timing. Yeah, I think this is definitely lining up with what I was feeling already in the animal cards. I think that you have been healing. You have been working on balancing the divine feminine and masculine energies within yourself. I think that's what the sexuality card is about. It's about maybe you existed in your life in one of the energies. Maybe you were more heavily into the masculine energy, or maybe you were more heavily into the feminine energies, but you're coming into a balance of that. Whatever work you've been doing on yourself, whatever healing you've been doing, it's actually creating a balance. And I feel it's also connected somehow to some sort of a Kundalini awakening. I bought this really great book, Raise Your Vibration by Kyle Gray, I think his name is. And it actually talks about this, these two snakes that are sort of intertwining and coiling in your chakra system. And these two snakes that cross paths and sort of sit like this, and they're crossing points through your chakra systems, are awakening that Kundalini energy, which I've heard is a sort of a sexual energy. And I also just heard, maybe for somebody that experienced sexual trauma as a child or some point through their teenage years, basically before they were a true adult, perhaps you experienced some sort of sexual trauma, but you're learning that sexuality is healthy, that it doesn't have to be looked at as dirty, that maybe you're healing through that trauma, and you're recognizing that sex is a natural thing, and it doesn't have to be yucky and gross. But that was your perception, perhaps, because of the trauma that you'd been through as a child or a teenager. But you're finding a healthy balance in that area. You're also learning that everything is divine timing. Maybe you've been very impatient about wanting to receive something, whatever it is you're looking to manifest, but you're finally understanding that there's no point fighting it. There's no point trying to force it or chase after it. Everything will be yours in divine timing. Everything that is meant for you will be yours in perfect divine timing. And trying to fight against it is just, it's not going to help you in any sort of way. It's actually just going to create more resistance. And then that creates like anger and fear and frustration that it's not happening fast enough. But you're accepting now. You're accepting that things need to come in their own time. And I think you're sort of stepping into purpose now. You're really starting to feel more purposeful. And maybe your purpose, I keep coming back to this humpback whale card. Maybe your purpose is about creating music for YouTube. Maybe you're already starting that. Maybe you're already working on a channel where there's sort of binaural beats with humpback whale song intertwined, kind of like the snakes, intertwined into the music with the binaural beats. Or I don't know, I just feel like you're creating some sort of sound, some sort of music is for someone who will be watching this. This is your purpose, is to create beautiful music to uplift humanity, because that's what we're all here to do right now, is help uplift one another, help uplift humanity so that we can step into this new earth, this new world, where it's about kindness, love, abundance, prosperity. It's not about division and the poor and the rich, and it's not about that anymore. We are moving into a more egalitarianism, is that the right word? Like more equality, like it's going to be more equal, more balanced is the earth we're moving into. And I think you're starting to recognize your place in all of that. And I strongly keep coming back to that music is essential to your healing and well-being. And somehow it's either singing, you play an instrument, but you're meant to create music to uplift humanity. This is part of your bigger purpose. Okay, Spirit, where do you want me to go? Where do you want me to go? I'm gonna come to the Native Spirit Oracle deck, and then we'll probably finish it off with the Light Seers. Oh boy, what is going on here? All right, Ancestors, Spirit, what are the cards that you want to include in this reading? All right, we only got two. I am going to use the book because I don't know these cards off the top of my head, and I want to make sure that I'm getting the right messages from it. So the first card out is Talking Stick and Spirit of the Earth. And maybe you're an earth sign, spirit of the earth energy. You could be an earth sign. You don't have to be though. It's not a must. It just something told me to say that. Okay, QRST. I'm going through the alphabet in my head. All right, the talking stick. Speak your truth. The soul loves the truth. Communicate from your heart and share your reality without hesitation. Be willing to stand before the crowd and share from your center. This isn't the time to be shy and hesitant. It's time to heal through communication. You have the gift, oh my God, of a true leader. And the Tiger card says you're being called upon to provide leadership. Oh my God. So for somebody else here, this is about a different type of, so for some of you, it's about creating music. For others of you, it's about doing what I'm doing, speaking, having a channel, a platform where you share messages of hope, of love. You're being called to step into leadership right now. You have the gift of a true leader through the way you communicate with others. Something about how you communicate is very inviting. It's very warm. You draw people in with your energy, and maybe you are somebody where people just approach you out of nowhere. You could be shopping in the mall or at the grocery store and people just approach you with their life problems, or they just want to talk to you because that's your energy that's inviting them in. It's a very warm, beautiful, friendly energy. So you're meant to be a speaker in some way, a public speaker. Is there anything else? The journey. Decorate a stick or a feather to use as your personal talking stick. Whenever you hold it, let it be a sacred reminder to seek the truth within. Take a minute every day to take stock of where you are and to ask yourself about what is so in your life. Simply taking a moment to discover your inner truth can have a profound healing effect on your life. Yeah, definitely the talking stick is about some sort of communication, but in a more public way. So for some of you, it's about being called to create music. For others of you, it's about being called to have some sort of platform where you communicate. Maybe you do readings, maybe you just do channeled messages, or maybe you just have been through a lot of shit in your life and you have found solutions for how to overcome that stuff. And you can share that with the world, but you are meant to be seen in a really big way publicly. And maybe you're working through the fear of that too. You're healing. This Christos card, you are eternally loved and held within the palm of creation. I feel like this is coming through to say you're safe, it's okay. You're ready to be seen, you are loved, you are safe. Yes, you might get some negative stuff coming up and negative comments, but it's gonna roll right off of you. You're not gonna let it bother you. And then the spirit of earth, prosperity is blossoming in all areas of your life. You are strong and grounded. Who you are is enough just as you are. Connect more fully with nature. The spirit of earth asks that you tend to your health, detoxify your body, understand how to use your body's physiology, pay attention to how your body feels and respond accordingly. Create a home for your soul. Have objects in your home that feel good to you every time you see them. Be present, cherish the here and now. And the journey says, all the solid forms around you, including your body, are a part of your physical realm. Notice how you relate to and identify with the physical universe around you. By doing this, you are activating the spirit of earth within you. Let the reality of your relationship with the earth fill your consciousness. Feel it in every pore of your being. Let yourself merge with its energy. Imagine how it would feel to be a rolling hill, a great mountain, or a deep canyon. Imagine yourself lying in a meadow of wildflowers high in the mountains. Visualize the roots of the trees extending deep into the soil, reaching down toward the center of the earth. Yeah, I think you're being asked to connect with nature as much as you can. And if you live where I live in the north, it's winter right now. It is a little bit harder, but you can still dress up, go out in the forest, go outside. Be in the forest and connect with nature despite it being wintertime. Or surround your home with plants. Get a grounding mat. There's lots of ways that you can connect with the earth in the wintertime. Again, I use a grounding mat. I have a grounding mat that I use in the morning that I put my bare feet on as I meditate, and it's fantastic. All right, so I'm gonna close this reading off with the Light Seers Tarot and just see what else Spirit wants to share with us to close off this reading. Spirit, what other messages do you have for my collective to complement the other cards that we have received? All right, let's see here. So I'm gonna call them all out and then I'll see what I need to talk about. So Page of Wands, Knight of Cups, Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, ooh, the Star, Seven of Pentacles, and Five of Wands. What I'm feeling from this is maybe you had a situation in your life, and maybe this is a romantic situation. The Knight of Cups is definitely associated with love, with a love offer. But then with the Seven of Cups afterwards, there's this indecisive energy, this not being able to make a decision energy. And maybe, like me recently, this Page of Wands is like new ideas coming in, freedom, like a freedom. And I feel like the freedom is you finally let go of someone or something that wasn't choosing you back, that was not making a decision, that was making you feel not good. This whatever this situation was, I mean, I have to look at it as potentially a romantic person, but you chose to walk away from it. You chose to choose yourself. You chose to walk away from whatever this situation was, because it wasn't choosing you and it wasn't making you feel valued and seen the way you should. And because you did that, you're no longer sitting in this like back and forth kind of energy of not being able to move forward. You're done with this juggling type energy that this situation was giving you. You've chosen yourself. And because of that, you're now, I think, manifesting. You're now finally, the seeds you planted long ago are actually going to start sprouting. But they couldn't come up to the surface until you were ready to sort of wake up and see the truth of something. And you did do that. You did wake up and see the truth of something. And because you've done that, you're stepping out of this back and forth energy in your head. And for me, it was a person. I had to let go of somebody that I thought was a twin flame. They were not my twin flame. They were a karmic partner, never choosing me, always choosing other people over me, never making me feel good enough, always making me feel like there was something wrong with me, that they couldn't choose me, but it wasn't, it was them. You know, and maybe for you, it's the same thing. You've realized that there's a person in your life, romantic, friendship, boss, whatever, that isn't feeding you in a good way. They're taking from you. And but because you've done that now, like the spirit of the earth, you're calling in that prosperity now. You're calling in purpose. You're calling in the thing, and it's downloads, ideas are going to be coming in that are going to create that prosperity for you now. And the things that you desire are going to start to come to fruition because you finally let go of this indecisive energy. This is really cool. I feel like these are just kind of continuations of previous readings. They keep following along the same lines of the message of you freed yourself from something of the past and you're doing the healing work on the trauma that you've been through. And because of that, you are awakening to purpose big time. and the seeds you planted long ago are starting to sprout. So I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I love you so much. I hope you have a very blessed day, and I hope this helps someone out there. Mwah.